Hey guys, what is going on? Payne here once again and welcome back to my Manchester United career on FIFA 14. We now find ourselves in the middle of the season. The month is December and yes, the snow is still falling very slowly across the pitch at Old Trafford. They always say the team that is top of the table come Christmas time is the team that's going to go all the way and lift that Premier League trophy. And at the moment it's looking likely for Manchester United to be doing just that. United find themselves going head to head at Old Trafford against Tottenham Hotspurs, and they've had now a year for all the new players to settle in after spending, I think it was over 100 million on these players like Eriksen and Paulinho. And so they've had a year to gel now, so it was going to be interesting to see if they was going to put up a great challenge against my United side. Wayne Rooney almost kick-started this game, getting off to a good start, but the goalkeeper just getting a hand to that. I think Tottenham have actually sold Lloris. There was no sign of him on the bench for Tottenham. He wasn't even starting the game, so I think he's made his way. He's gone to another club. They have the likes of Rafinha between the sticks, and they've also got Julius Caesar from QPR on the bench as well. And take a look at that as well for Wayne Rooney. I was hoping he was going to absolutely smash that ball into the back of the net, but for some reason, I think it was because I was holding down L2 to be fair, and he was holding back the defender, so I was like, what are you doing? Just go for the ball, smash it. It certainly didn't pay off for Wayne Rooney there, so the game still stood at 0-0, but there was plenty of time to go and get a goal in this game. Valencia is such a beast down that right wing, putting the likes of Vertonghen under pressure, so he had to pass it back to his goalkeeper. It's positive stuff, and we was pressing Tottenham as much as possible in this game. We were stringing those passes together, and it was only a matter of time really until we did open up the scoring, and Young trying to look for Wayne Rooney and Mandzukic, who were making their way into the box, but I think I was just thinking a bit too fast for the game. And at half time it was 0-0 at Old Trafford, but take a look at that. Arsenal were 1-0 down against Southampton. It's just not working out for them. Ever since they lost to my United side here at Old Trafford, they're just not picking up the results that they was getting earlier on in this season. Evra in the second half, great chance, just not enough power behind that shot to put it past Rafinha. That certainly didn't stop Tottenham from attacking. Danny Rose with the ball, but Phil Jones comes in and steals it out of his possession. You will notice as well that Ashley Young did start this game instead of Nani. I'm getting to the point now where I'm getting sick of Nani because of all the speculation of him being homesick and wanting to move to another club. It's not good for the team. He's not really putting in the performances that I expect him to be doing. So I thought, we'll leave him out. Simple as that. Kagawa came on in the second half. Fine, Rooney bags of space, but Rafinha comes out, putting his whole body in the way, knocking that out for a corner kick for United, which obviously nothing came of it. There's no highlights there. This was it now. 2 minutes remaining of the game. Still 0-0 at Old Trafford, but Kagawa finally picks out Rooney. He hammers that ball on his left foot and makes it 1-0 to Manchester United before the final whistle was to be blown. It looks likely that Manchester United will be able to continue their unbeaten run in the Premier League. What a smashing goal as well, curling that one round Rafinha and finding the corner of the net there. Just unfortunate for Paulinho, who had to come all the way back to help out his team, but obviously he failed to do that. Vidal, as you just saw, he was definitely the key to this game for Manchester United picking up that win. He had such a great game, great holding midfielder, and there is the league table after that win against Tottenham. As you can see, United still unbeaten in the Premier League. We now find ourselves with a 7-point gap away from Arsenal. Will they be able to catch up as we get closer and closer to the ending of the season? There's only 18 games remaining. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a final dash. And now the transfer window is open. We are into January. I did receive an offer for Kagawa from AC Milan for 13.5. I rejected that. One for Evra from QPR for 1.1. Rejected that. Not going to happen. One for De Gea from AS Monaco for 7.5. I did reject that as well. De Gea is a brilliant goalkeeper. Why would I get rid of him? And I thought this was interesting as well. FC Bayern, Szczesny joins for free. He will be joining Bayern Munich come the end of the season on a free transfer. And it's now going to be very interesting to see who Arsene Wenger has his sights set on to replace Szczesny between the sticks for Arsenal. So United's next fixture saw them playing in the Premier League again against West Ham United at Old Trafford. Last time out against West Ham back at Upton Park, we did indeed pick up those 3 points. I couldn't really see Sam Allardyce changing his team around too much for this fixture. Obviously he was going to be having the likes of Andy Carroll, Noble, Vazte on the team. So really there was no excuse for my Manchester United side to pick up those 3 points again in this game at Old Trafford, especially with the home fans behind us. And yes, the snow was still falling over Old Trafford for this one against West Ham. I'm loving it. I love the snow in FIFA 14. Plus having the snow as well, it allows you, the viewer, to actually distinguish when it is the middle of the season, when it's the wintry months of December, January, February. February not so much. That's when the sun comes back out and we enjoy the cool, fresh mornings. Once again, it was the same routine for Manchester United. Go out there and pick up those 3 points. You will notice that Nani didn't start this game. He did come on as a substitute. I didn't want to start him in this game either. His attitude towards United at the moment, because he's homesick, it's not the best, so what's the point of having him on the pitch? And we now find ourselves in January, so that means the transfer window is well and truly wide open, and it's only really a matter of time now before the Manchester United board say that, yeah, Nani's been sold. You guys are just going to have to stay tuned to find out what happens with Nani. It's very interesting. And just take a look at this. West Ham, look how many players they've got in their back four. This United side pressing them so much that they're having to all be in defence for this one. They've only got one striker up front. Their positioning wasn't the best as Januzaj swings in across, finding the head of Nani. I've seriously got to stop this celebration. It's really annoying me, let alone you guys too. The Bulldog. Nani is a Bulldog. But it's good to know that Nani, whenever he does come on for United, seeing that his homesick is still trying his best to put in good performances and he's still getting himself on the score sheet. It's just a shame he can't work through it and focus on getting good results for his team instead of being homesick. But look at that nice little dink over the top from Rafael, finding Januzaj, and he dinks that one into the box. And what a fantastic goal! Mandzukic making it 2-0 to United on the hour mark. Overhead kick. Boom! There was a deflection there actually, it did bounce off that guy's shoulder, but it was in the back of the net. Mandzukic, I'm sure, will claim that one. But what a great crossing from Januzaj. I'm sure as well that when Nani does leave Manchester United, Januzaj will want to step up to the plate and fill that position of Nani's and be the first selection every time for each game. But he's just got to work on his stamina to start off with, because that's not the best at the moment. But once Mandzukic had scored that overhead kick, everyone was on it. Januzaj even tried it as well. Obviously it didn't work out for him, so the game still stood at 2-0 for Manchester United. But once you've scored 2 goals, you want more, right, on FIFA. Baines gives that one to Fellaini, linking up with his former partner at Everton. And Fellaini crosses that one in for Mandzukic. He fires that one on the volley. It hammers against the crossbar, rebounds out. And Hernandez picks up the loose ball with a nice header. The substitute coming on and making it 3-0 to Manchester United. Look how close Mandzukic was to scoring another fantastic goal. Very similar to that one, I think, 2 videos or so ago when it bounced off the line. But there we go. The final score, 3-0 to Manchester United, thanks to goals from Hernandez, Mandzukic and Nani. So after that game, received a couple of offers for Mandzukic from Benfica for 12 million. No way, not going to happen. So yeah, disallowed future offers as well. Got one for De Gea from Valencia for 9.5 million. Yeah, going to reject that all day long. Get the tissues out ready, guys. There we have it. Nani has left Manchester United to join FC Barcelona for the sum of £15.5 million. That is what happens when the board step in. They sell the players, such big players as well at the club, for such a small amount. So unfortunate. And what did I say as well? Januzaj, he came in after Nani had been sold, and it looks like he wants to be the replacement for Nani to fill that vacant position. So we'll just have to see what happens. But our next fixture was to be played against Tottenham, this time without Nani. Feels like a bereavement really, doesn't it, having Nani leave the club? It's It's so sad. It was like when Breaking Bad came to an end, you can't stop thinking about it, how awesome it was, and then you know it's not going to happen again, it's not going to come back, and that's it. And then this United side, they had to concentrate on our next fixture against Tottenham in the FA Cup. I'm sure, as I said in a couple of my videos ago, that that's going to have a huge effect on morale. Losing someone like Nani, a central figure at United in this career mode, in the middle of the season, it's not fair. I wanted Nani to stay until the end of the season and then move in the summer. That would have been the best option really, but the homesick blues took over and he just had to move away. He went back to, well, he went to Spain, not really Portugal. He's close by it though, so I'm sure he'd be travelling there to go and see his family every now and then. What am I going on about? It's just a game. But, you know, things like that can happen in real life. A player being homesick. I mean, I think it has happened as well, hasn't it? I'm not too sure who it's happened to, but I'm sure it has happened in real life. And it's a shame, really. But anyway, to this game against Tottenham in the FA Cup, it was an opportunity for me to put out some other players. Now that we freed up another spot there from Nani. Danny Welbeck came into the starting 11. All aboard the showboat for Ashley Young. Finding Fellaini in bags of space. It's definitely going to be on Soccer AM this Saturday. So unfortunate though for Fellaini that it didn't go into the back of the net. And speaking of Fellaini, he did step up to the plate in this game. It was just unfortunate that every shot he had, it was on target, but the goalkeeper managed to get a hand to it and put it over or put it wide. Just wasn't working out for him. So unfortunate. But we got a corner from that, which Wayne Rooney stepped up to take. He swung in a mighty cross, and finally Fellaini got his goal that he was looking for just before half-time, making it 2-0 to Manchester United. I think life without Nani at United is looking pretty good. So anyway guys, that is the end of this video. I do hope that you've all enjoyed it. If you haven't done already, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and you can also follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook. The links can be found in the description below, and I will see you all in the next one.
And until next time, I've been Jeff Stelling.